Hi guys, it's Shani with Healing Elements. Looks like Mochi wants to get in on this action. No, Mochi? Okay, so guys, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This is your Libra season. So your Libra season tarot and oracle card reading for the period between about September 22nd to October 22nd. I love you. How are all of my beautiful Cancerian crabs, water sign brethren out there handling all of these emotional, tidal waves? I hope well. Wanted to do some housekeeping since Cancer, you do represent the home. I am moving, so I will have a better setup after some point in October. I move October 1st, and it'll be much better, much nicer. So I wanted to announce that and also let you know that we are working with quite a few decks. I thought that just like Capricorn, I felt intuitively guided to get you a couple of extra cards. So you have one more extra deck along with Capricorn than the rest. So this is going to be out of my Nightmare Before Christmas deck is the first card. How beautiful. The first card is the 10 of Candles in this deck, which is the 10 of Wands in traditional tarot. So you guys have been a big success, either overcoming something emotionally or you are succeeding and, really coming into your own and met the goals that you set out to accomplish. And we now know when we receive the 10 of Candles in this deck that you could be feeling burdened or overwhelmed, even if it is the uncomfortability of accepting all of the accolades and just, not being used to having a lot of people, if not a lot of people on this earthly plane on the other side, really rooting you on and proud of your accomplishment. And it is big, big time. So whether or not you got over something that is a trauma and that is what you've, overcame, or if it is something that you set out to do, in a creative endeavor that has to do with your occupation, just know that, you should step in to the leadership role and fight through that uncomfortable feeling if it's a fear of success that you have. And this next one, of course, is the Fool. The Fool is beautiful, of course, always in tarot. And in this deck, it's Jack Skellington going off on a path, so excited with no, second thought. This is all about leaping before you think. So perhaps this is an energy that you can adopt and just really take on the woes, take on the uncomfortabilities, if that is what is happening with anything that is coming your way and chaotic and maybe overwhelming, and just delegate tasks, just step into the leadership role. And that's what leaders do. You never have to do everything by yourself. The Fool teaches you that without being jaded because of maybe systems that didn't work before or things or people that just caused you grief. This can be an indication when you receive this card that you are looking toward the future. You're moving forward without having any even consideration for the previous circumstance that led you to a certain path. And that's a great thing. It's a good thing to have sometimes, and of course other times we want to have discretion. So at this time, Spirit is saying be the Fool, like the Fool in tarot. Okay guys, just gorgeous. I love it, and I'm fascinated when I receive a card in particular over and over, especially when I'm doing collective or general readings online, because that means that we're experiencing a lot of very similar energy. So I've been getting the Hierophant for privates and definitely for most of the readings I've done online. So this is the Hierophant. It's, telling me that you are in a leadership role once again, a teacher, a mentor, someone who can nurture as well as your sun sign indicates, and you are appreciating all of the traditions and rules and order that went into, creating whatever you have accomplished, your big success, even as much as this may be a, huge task or something that is to be dependent upon you for. It is, something to be said, with your accomplishment, that people are, forming their opinions and actually honoring some of yours. So you are in a position of power, but also mentorship where people will do as you do. So definitely feeling that. And that was the last one for that deck. We're going to go on to the Kyle Gray Angels and Ancestors, and you received the High Priestess. And the energy of this card is all about harnessing mystic power, which you are incredible at, being intuitive and being able to have that knowing, right? Senses of, extra sensory perception of all kinds. So the message with this card is telling you to align with the light, go toward the light, embrace the success, step into it, fight through the uncomfortability. And trust me, when you focus on things that are positive and things that are, a blessing to your situation, things you're grateful for, even if there are things and shortcomings that are not working out. This is when we, physically embody a divine feminine, like this card symbolizes. So the goddess in human form, rock your goddess, cancers. Cancers, whether you identify as feminine or masculine, it doesn't matter. This is talking about embracing, which I love, masculine energies, who really stick up and get up to the plate and bat for women's rights and things like that. So this is the seer. Interesting, beautiful. This is talking about the same type of energy. You're really feeling your intuitive guidance right now. This is probably overwhelming you. Maybe what I was sensing earlier. It can be overwhelming when you are absolutely shown what is beyond the veil in a big, huge, major upgrade. When you are definitely able to, get your feelers out and you're very much sensitive to everything throughout your spiritual journey. However, right now is a time for everybody that is just so powerful with, ascending higher into different levels of consciousness and also learning about different modalities, different tools that are, used in divinity practices and getting healing work. This is something that you are able to practice meditation, yoga, whatever your thing is to, quench up and seal up all of your powers and expand them. And here we have another card. This is all about the fire signs and the fire element, the fire guardian. And the card says, ignite your passions. So yeah, very much indicative of Leo, or Sag, Aries. But the message with this card is asking you to connect truly with your desires. Right now is a time for you to manifest what is truly for you. I feel, and I really am getting a channel message that you have been, of course, putting out a lot of energy for other people. And, that card that you got before, the seer, this explains to you that you are able to manifest your own destiny, and you are able to connect with what you desire and lead to something else that is very abundant, successful, because when we are in alignment, when we connect with what we gravitate to by nature, our calling, we honestly naturally get this fiery energy that is uplifting. It is very, very shocking at times, but it's the angel of fire, guys. And this one is the star ancestor. Beautiful. Talking about, have you ever wondered if you are a star seed, if you are a part in past lives, even in a different planetary, constellation, a planetary network, or any kind of dimension, otherwise multi-dimension. I believe in that. I think that there's a legitimacy. I have stories my own self. So if you are looking into it, this card is telling you that there are many beings that are related to us, because our lives are not our physical skin and, wetsuit that we go around wearing on this physical plane, but it is yet our soul, and souls are, spread across, in my opinion, the vast universe. And this is asking you to connect with that. But if you felt deep down in your soul this is the case, this card asks you to follow the voice of your soul. That is definitely a message that is directly coming from your soul, your higher self, spirit, and light beings for you. And the next card you got is the Hermit. Absolutely talking about retreating and going into that state of mind that you see this yogi here doing. It's been so important for me lately, especially with the things I faced, to recharge and regenerate my energy flow. So this is the message with this card, is telling you, Cancerians, you beautiful creatures, take time. You can take time to rest and recuperate. Someone else can do it. You do a lot. This is in order, to continue on your spiritual journey and have enough energy to grow and be able to expand as you see fit. So you will definitely get many benefits from all kind of downloads and, synchronicities, signs, information that's going to flow directly from you and your heart space and the universe when you go into this retreat type of, zone out, daydream, whatever you want to call it, whatever is able to relax you and put you into that present state of mind. And here we go, of course, the spirit fox. This is definitely summing up and I think confirming for me that some of you resonate with being fearful of success. It is all a message about trusting in your talents and in changing times, especially because right now I think you're flourishing. You've found a niche, and I think that you need to just keep on with what you have been doing. Don't be afraid of failure, because even if you fall down 7 times, stand up 8. You have to stay awake, alert. You have to stay present and change is in the air. It always is. The only thing permanent is impermanence, right? So throughout changing times, I know it's tough to do, but once you do get in a flow of, being able to create, and you're amazing and so creative when you do put your, touch on something, you put a tender, loving care touch onto it. So next card, guys, is a long one. This is postcards from Spirit. And it says, Dearest Cancers, uncertainty is the new normal for the whole world, right? And this deck came out way before COVID, too. Things are changing at a rapid pace, and the old ways we once trusted are as no longer available or reliable as ever. But leaving the familiar behind can be a good thing. When you are pushed to step into the unknown, you are pulled forward into discovering new possibilities that have been hidden in plain sight. Check in with your higher self, your higher power, and your soul knows better than your small self. Have faith in the support of a higher power and the infinite potential for your life. Right now, the advice we have for you is this: try something new, do something different, change it up a little bit, maybe with your creativity. You won't know how it feels, what it looks like, or what the outcome will be if you do not take that first step into the unknown and experience the unfamiliarity and uncomfortability, right? You'll be so glad you did, because the treasures will appear. We're so proud of you for being so brave. You are so loved and so supported. So I want to say that this actually proves the fact that, since this was way before COVID, it's like there always is, a room to say, even in the Spanish flu days, that uncertainty is the new normal. In the World War II, era, I mean, you name it. I'm not saying we're not in, a big crunch right now. We are in the fight for our planet's life and for our, fellow sojourners' peace and contentment on this planet, getting along with each other without fighting with, such discord, right? So definitely telling me that it's important for you to check in with your higher self, go into that void. And this is out of the Animal Oracle Shaman Spirit Animal deck. And as a beautiful confirmation to me, this is the Unicorn card. You have infinite possibilities. It says on the card, you are the sovereign of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. And I think that you are legendary. If you notice, the unicorns are a divine, sacred entity, a beast that is magical, and you can tell that they are transforming into what they truly are, which is a magical beast, because the symbolic meaning of the butterfly, transformation, metamorphosis. So right now it may be, again, something that is just for sensitive people like you and water signs in general. Cancers, it could be that there comes with a lot of things that you're not used to. For instance, maybe attention, or just fear of the unknown, people pushing you in different directions when you're sometimes a homebody and like to work on your own at times in your shell, right? So just embody everything that comes along with this ride, and again, let the beauty transform you. Interesting. The next one is the Lynx Spirit Animal card, Keeper of Secrets. So this card says, take time out from the world and be the observer, right? You can find out a lot when you do that. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing, your inner guidance, your intuition. You see others' secrets and keep them sacred. Yes, Cancers, you are so good at that. It's a beautiful thing, I think. You are so much one who believes in the sacred principle of keeping one's word. I love it. So you see other secrets and keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. That's beautiful. And that is such a trait I feel that I appreciate greatly from Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. If you relate, I have a lot of friends actually that have Cancer Moon, and it's just amazing because it, to me, makes the person sometimes like even half a Cancerian, right? Honestly, it just is beautiful. So this next card, perfect, right? You got two cats. The tiger, and this is all about fire. I just heard that Katy Perry song, The Eye of the Tiger, because you're on fire and you're gonna hear them roar. They're gonna hear you roar, right? I choose to be unstoppable. This card says you are unstoppable. So this is your mantra. My passion is my power. Say that to yourself. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. I love that. So definitely would be something that I would use if you do positive affirmations, if you are, doing yoga and you want to just keep that as your mantra and say it to yourself. This is definitely an energy you can use. Your water, almost opposite of fire. And it is definitely one of the fire sign qualities to, admire self, but in a good way, in a good role in which they can project self-love out from their heart space, and the need to make something of oneself that you are called to do in order to persevere and get through, things that are necessary in life, and also of a creative endeavor. And this next few cards are out of a gorgeous deck. It is called Legendary Ladies, the Goddess Deck, and this is by Anne Shen. It's beautiful. This is Pele. You guys got the Hawaiian deity, the origin story from Hawaii about a tempestuous goddess of fire and volcanoes. It's all about determination, guys. So Pele is guiding you to find your own path and step in with determination. The book says you'll find that you can do anything that you set your mind to. So this is a lot of fire energy as well. Beautiful. So you may be associated with the fire sign, but talking about you need to put that creative, emblazoned force into action now. It's all about action and being determined, not stopping, being determined to fight through any feelings or any problems, any chaos, and be determined to step into the role as you come into your power, be the leader, and delegate again tasks. Oh, beautiful. This reminds me, of course, of Cancer's water sign, the mermaid. Look at that. It's talking about transcendence, and I will try not to butcher up the name too bad, guys. It's Naye Loro Kidul. It's all about transcendence again, and it is an Indonesian origin story about a mermaid goddess. And this card is guiding you through this next stage of your life. This is a blessing of a card to get. It is time for you to get ready to overcome, transform, and transcend, this card says. So a lot of emphasis on transformation with the butterfly and everything else. As always, you have this protector, I guess, you guys. You have to be the one to make the effort. So go and do it. Use that Pele, like that determination energy. Start dreaming big. You can accomplish it. Your dreams are going to come to you now. And this is a message from spirit letting you know that an ancestor, probably a mermaid, guys, mermaid goddess, is by your side, truly is by your side as a spiritual team member, helping you along the way with little tiny miracles and blessings that you might not even recognize, but rest assured they are happening all around you, even the smallest of signs. And look at that. Is this a mermaid too? Yes. Wow, guys, talking about those water signs, I know you want to be a mermaid or you are friends with a very loving Pisces. I hope that you feel my love to you. This is Ran. It is a Norse legend origin story, and it is all about focusing. It says in the book, you will easily attract what you want, so be careful what you wish for. Goddess of the Sea, Ran, gives you the ability to focus easily, and that will help you become more magnetic. So I think that this is just confirming that the more you step into your power and the more you focus and create this, um, end all be all story for yourself, and that includes accolades, that includes tangible things, monetary things, recognition, all eyes on you. That always happens, of course, when you are not so much looking for that other than your own success. And how beautiful is this? So Lakshmi, the Hindu goddess of fortune and prosperity, has visited you. Cancers, this is talking about abundance for you. A lot of prosperity, a lot of success. Abundance is at your fingertips. You've worked a long time. Only thing you have to do is not hold back due to, any kind of imposter syndrome or fear of judgment, things like that. So a bounty of rewards for great work await you, this card says. In the book, it says she especially favors people who have perseverance to a point of crazy, no, holds barred, and put in some extreme hard work. So do make sure, Cancers, that you are putting in the time. I know you have, so keep on doing it, even if it does seem a little bit chaotic or overwhelming at the time. Your abundance is coming very soon. And if you notice, she is on top of a lotus blossom. That's my daughter Alyssa's nickname. She survived COVID, guys, went in the hospital and everything. And this is talking about that which grows out of the mud to become the most beautiful thing that is for miles around. The lotus flower on a lily pad, right? Survives in the most dank-ish of conditions, or so the metaphor says. But Lakshmi is just a beautiful good fortune token to come to you, letting you know that you are on the right path. Anything that you have been thinking about that resonates with you, that you are trying to put together or have been for a while, this is saying it is definitely a success. And for the last cards, guys, these are just the silly ones. It's cool. I love them, though. You should love them. You're a fellow animal lover. This is the Therapets deck. It's little messages about animal therapy. And this is pretty intense. This card itself, out of like 70 plus cards, keeps on coming up for everyone in these readings. Whatever you manage to do today will be enough. So I think people are feeling as if they are stuck or idle, or in collective sense not able to do enough for what is going on in the globe, or things of that nature. It's come up over and over. And this is a little piece of wisdom for sure. It says, with every challenge that you meet, you gain experience. That's the bright side of tragedy, right? Honestly, every day you are leveling up. Boom. Cancers, every day you're leveling up. Every day that you meet a challenge and you gain that, lessen the experience. You gain some sort of, knowing and information and wisdom to take you on through to the next experience that you may be able to, do a little better or tweak a little bit based on what you had done before. You get more confident and you level up big time. Leveling up is a huge, obviously, message to you guys on Libra season. Just really being able to reap in the rewards of some of this exactly hard work that you've put into this. It's a flying squirrel, by the way, a rainbow flying squirrel. That reminds me of Cancers, guys. And this next card is talking about how smart, strong you are. And it says, you got this. You're smart, you're strong, and you got this. Do not even hesitate to hit me up on comments or emails anytime you need a boost. Everyone does. You get by with a little help from your friends, right, Cancers? And sometimes with water signs, people don't realize because of how receptive and comfortable we make people feel one-on-one or whatnot, that we truly don't like attention, or not that I have observed, in my opinion. I do not think that Cancers, Scorpios, or Pisces enjoy attention for the sake of just getting it, right? Maybe for accolades. And this one is beautiful. It says, your speed does not matter, forward is forward. Yep, turtle spirit, literally the turtle in the hair. I spoke on it on another video this month. If you just put your nose down to the grindstone, you are marching along even when no one else is, because you are going at a steady pace in order for you to keep up your stamina. It turns out that forward is forward, and you make it just the same as maybe someone who is going super fast. So guys, I appreciate you on my journey. It took me 4 years, just was monetized, and so I was the turtle for sure. Going forward and forward, and you know what? I made it through the finish line, my goal that I set out to accomplish, 1,000 subscribers. I now have 1,700, and just so happy and grateful for you guys. Blessings, love, and light, Cancers.